a mighty good word, party folk. It's Mercury's day. I'm your Mile High Priest, chilling up here at the top of the Mars hour. It's Wednesday, 23rd of April, on our way to the new moon in Taurus. But first, we are currently in the midst of a huge release period with the moon in Pisces, very karmic, Piscean aspects with Venus and the North Node in Pisces. After this weekend comes the new moon in Taurus point at around 7 to 8 degrees, and that marks that emotional point where, hey, hopefully you are releasing and letting go, divorcing, and I don't mean like divorcing your partner, but maybe I mean breaking from old karmic eras and contracts. Thank you so much for being here. My hair is out of control. Cy Twombly, his name is spelled C-Y, but he was a major American artist, and also I believe he was a Sun in Taurus. So that reminds me, happy birthday to the Sun in Taurus collective. I want to get into some of the wild unknown. Thank you, Kim Kranz. I have the archetypes deck and the regular tarot. I also have the animal spirit hanging out, but I don't want to lull y'all to sleep any more than I already do. Thank you very much for being here. I honor you, our energetic exchange. I ask that our guides of the highest, brilliant, most divine white light protect us as I channel and interpret for your release. Up ahead comes the creator mode. So yeah, thank you. Let's I want to first check out the Sabian oracle. Oh yeah, another thing, I am really allergies. I saw a ENT specialist this morning, and they share the same birthday as me. They are a Pisces. Anyway, he granted me my freedom. He said my nose is good. My broken styloid or whatever the hell it is it's fine. It happens. Okay, so the Sabian oracle for Taurus 8. The image is a sleigh without snow. The commentary being, the sleigh may be useful at other times, but now it is either ahead of its time or useless, redundant, or waiting for the right moment. This image, this oracle, the symbol is often about timing. Thank you, Linda Hill. I'm reading from her channeled messages. You can fuel your situation by really tapping into your imagination. The question is, what adjustments or improvisations can be made? You need to wait until the time is right. Then you will have exactly what you need, the fuel and the right conditions, which allow you to complete your mission. The keywords here being independence from outer circumstances and using the creative mind to work through momentary shortages or problems. Okay. You might be anticipating future conditions. You have the vehicle, right, per se, the sleigh, but you may not have the time, energy, or the fuel, right? And this has a lot to do with gas, oil, and fuel, or snow, the value of timing, lack of resources, being ahead of your time too, right? The caution here is forcing your ideas or feelings, even though the time is not right. Lack of support from the environment, missing connections, running out of energy, having the right thing in the wrong place, feeling stuck, unmoving, traffic jams, empty tanks. Okay, wow. A quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson: a creative economy is the fuel of magnificence. Wow. Okay. Shall I get it? I did want to read Oh, another quote. It's a proverb, Malagasy proverb. Nothing is so difficult that diligence cannot master it. Love it. I'll spare you the rest. This is a very heightened new moon up ahead. But we'll look at initially what perhaps there is a block, right? And maybe we don't need to perceive it as a block. Maybe it is an impetus or an obstacle, right? So we will look at the archetypes for that message. And because we are in the Mars hour, this gives us that spiritual fuel that we may need before we attempt to start the car. And we are saying this is about timing, so like there's a lot to say about having time to wait for the right moment, and then being allotted then in that case more time to then go when the time is right. All right then. Thank you so much, collective. What can we say? What am I missing? I'm so talkative that I've been working on the other channel a lot. Yes. Okay. Thank you to our wonderful guides. Please help me to channel. Please assert me in channeling for the collective. Let's look at the root, the heart, and the crown, which could easily be seen as the origin or the basis of the situation. The actual situation, the heartfelt, creative aspect, and then any perceived limitations like a block or an obstacle. Gosh, I was reading about this particular book about the interplay, maybe that's not even the right word, but the interplay between words and objects. And it's just, I love wordplay, and like Psy is obviously a play on the name Psy, which is C-Y, spelled C-Y. Sorry, I'll focus. Okay, we'll take that as the origin, the basis. Wow. Okay. Talk about it. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the vision, and I'm perceiving it as in reverse. So it may be okay for you to wait a little bit, right? For you to refuel, regenerate, considering that we are in the height of that. Currently in the Piscean wash, the release moment prior to the new moon moment, which also calls for more waiting. It's like it could be more like regenerating. And this is card 55. So 5-5, a lot of you that follow those numbers, right? We can suppose that 5-5 is highly spiritual. It's not only based in spiritual obstacles placed in your way by spirit, even spirit guides. When we talk about like the elephant god Ganesha, and there are many other gods in other religions, theologies, and cultures that do help us to perceive blocks. They do place blocks and obstacles in our way to help us to strengthen. And then we have at the heart center agape, and it has this like slight reversal, almost upright, almost reverse, 50-50. there's hope. There's a lot of hope, unconditional love. And then you do have the kiss, and this is the origin card 60. This kiss. I have so many songs running through my head. Come into my planet, soul. And then fly like a, you know what, getting slizzard. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so sorry. The kiss is like, this is a kiss, and it can be from the shadow, right? The hands that are coupling, holding. Is it your spiritual guides, or are those your spiritual guides? Is that a spiritual guide? Maybe some of us don't perceive spiritual guides in our auric or energy fields. Maybe this is new to you. Maybe spiritual blocks are new to you. Maybe the understanding isn't necessarily heartfelt yet. It's more like the lack thereof having a substantial emotional grounding, feeling out of sorts, not necessarily even financially, just emotional haywire. But because it's in you, this could be coming a lot from the experiences that you've had, or an experience that you've had lately in a partnership. And I guess we'll get more into it, but it has sort of pushed you to you, okay? From maybe there is a fulfillment. Maybe there is fulfillment coming from that emotional relationship. Or maybe there was, right? Maybe there's a calling. Maybe it's an emotional coming to fully understand. Wow, this is so on the dot for me. As far as like the new moon, because of agape, unconditional love, being in sort of a 50-50. It's like, yeah, you're ready to go. Or maybe you're not ready to go, but you want to go. Perhaps, what card is this? 72. Yeah, it's almost like you are fighting yourself. It feels like you're fighting yourself, but maybe it's that you want to recognize, where I want to push you is that you recognize that the fight is not internal, right? It could be a lot of others' energy. It could be maybe even shutting off shut down the TV or something. Shut down the news for a moment, especially during the Piscean. This Pisces sort of distraction. It's supposed to be more about you in this case. And I think you're really focused on the relationships around you, a relationship around you. Not saying it's unfulfilling. Maybe there are fulfilling aspects of the relationships around you, and almost like the community isn't really working for you. For it really is about the relationship with you. Really is not feeling grounded where you are at, being ready to leave space, place. I know I was being so facetious about like, maybe you just have to quit. I don't want to, just because I've done that, it doesn't mean I recommend doing that. It doesn't mean I recommend raging and giving up hope and quitting. the messages that I've been getting is like, maybe this is tiring. Maybe this neighborhood is tiring. Maybe not having limits between how you love and unconditional love, not separating your perception of love and not fully understanding. Perhaps this has been the time for you to come into understanding and developing a sense of disconnecting from community to become more well connected when there is fuel for that. Wow. Holy moly, I love it. This card drives me wild, y'all. 41. Let's see. I do want to look. I like looking at, is it the spaces, the places? The places, right? You've come out of, like, look, I think that was in one of the collective readings or one of the sign readings, like in the past few weeks. And then you come to the village, the hometown, the family, the tribe. When light, intimate, rooted, intergenerational, communal. When dark, small-minded, gossipy, trapped, restricted. Is it you? Is it in your mind? Maybe no. Maybe the experience here is about not having separation from the gossip folk and the loving folk. You taking on like both when there should have been the boundaries, right? There should be boundaries around the village. An unspoken boundary exists. One most villagers do not want you to cross, okay? And we were talking about spiritual guides. Maybe we were even talking about the root being, the basis being fulfilling relationships, even the fulfilling relationship with you. That could be what's pulling you away, to stop giving into the folks that are hurting you emotionally and then cause. The village always reminds me about the body too, how the body reacts in these detrimental times, and you've come to that realization. It's time for you to leave, but this is calling for the release prior to leaving. I love that wand, right? Okay. Now we want clarity, past, present, and future based on this. Wow, collective. I feel like I have helped a lot of you personally in leaving. And I've talked to you lately about particular sign placements, especially like Aries rising, Sun in Aries. I talked to you about them leaving. And it gives me that impression of like, don't worry, maybe the train has left, but there's another train up ahead, and it's one of those European things. Like, it's one of those European things where the train comes once a week. Okay. It's not one of those New York City things where the train comes once every 10 minutes, right? It's maybe nightfall and you're like, is the station closed or what? Well, they forgot to put the sign that says no train overnight. Great. Past, present, and future, please. Wow. Past, present, Sure. Look at you, Daughter of Swords. You're thinking clearly. Maybe don't think too much more about it. You've thought long and hard about it. You are looking at all the details. Can I assert that you've thought about the details rightfully. You've really developed a rightful plan, and now it's likely not to give more energy to people, right? Like pull back, because it can be aggressive in that you can come to start to tell people, tell them like, no, that's where the energy may be going, right? We don't want it to go there. Okay, wait. Oh yeah, I know this one is present. Past is the Emperor. We were just saying Aries. Solar masculine, also scorpionic, masculine scorpionic, but coming from the depths of that feminine cleansing, clearing, okay? And then we have the Daughter of Wands in the future. It's almost like, yeah, you will complete this. You will complete the challenge. You will win the challenge. The Daughter of Wands wins the challenge. We have the Page of Swords, the Daughter of Swords, the Page of Wands, Daughter of Wands, both very youthful, no matter your age. Like I always say, very youthful. That's up ahead. It's best not to spend any more mental fuel. There's a lot of mental. Maybe these people are having you run in loops, and it's like, no, period. It has a lot to do with your career. It has a lot to do with family, friends, supportive people. In the past, you could have felt very supported by these people, or this asserted your masculinity. You're very prominent, regardless of whether you regard yourself as like lazy or behind the scenes. Like I want to then assert that you are a prominent figure. At least you are very magnetic, and you draw in a lot, even if you feel at a loss, even if you feel lost or without. You are very committed to reasserting your confidence, your abilities. Even you could be even involved in like the government, right? Because we have the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles. You could be very involved in that manner, where you are like a medical or government official, or a person who works in those fields. You are also creative. If not, you are like if you're not one of the other governmental medical, you are very official in your design creative field. You are a creator, a creatix, a creative. You are experiencing the heat. The heat is on. So there are two ways to go about this. Give more mind, tend more mentally, or put your mind where your money is, learn more. Wow, all the dogs are going off now. Sometimes I do think that sometimes my Delulu is like Denver is a psychological operation, because they do tend to the unhoused, I believe that's what they call them, unhoused, them. I'm so sorry. They do, it's a very socialist here. But I'm like, do people understand what that even means? Anyway. It's almost like they try to substitute drug abuse with medicine. There's a missing aspect of spirit, and maybe where Denver, Colorado mirrors this situation is that there's a tendency to give in to, how can I escape this when it's not the right time? How can I escape this by numbing the spirit, so that I can be okay with little to none. And we spiritual folks, we talk so much about having the right to earn and having the right to be abundant and wealthy. Three of Pentacles, Mars and Capricorn. That's very masculine, attuned to masculinity and the drive to be successful and the drive to be creative and earn from it. The drive to be a collaborator and a team. Also, yes, it's funny that Denver is sometimes referred to as Menver because there's a lot of guys, and I don't know if I necessarily call them men. And then it's funny too, Daughter of Wands. We have daughters. We have, yes, the Page of Swords is like a universal, doesn't matter what your gender is. But it's almost like the masculinity has escaped Denver. Yes, I'm talking a lot. There's a vision here, a feminine vision, that wants to assert masculinity. This is, oh look, I love it. Speaking of, it's my building manager. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so this is Leo, Mars and Leo. We were talking about Leo, or we were talking about Mars and knowing what stands in your way spiritually. Okay, you will get there. You're learning, you're processing, you will move once you release the need to suffice this with more mental push. The fuel is out. Allow the mind to be out of fuel as you refill the tank, the mind tank, right? And then stop giving, stop telling people, stop. You've told enough people, you've told the right people, you are telling the right people, otherwise zippity doo-dah, because that fire will be lit. Okay, it's like that crescent moon over here, and there's something stirring. Movement is stirring. Okay, that's the hard part about unconditional love. Putting your money where your mouth is, meaning don't go buy the biggest, baddest toy, but no, it's the knowing when to say no, when to say yes, and when to tell the others. And then it's like you're being told what, when, and what. Okay, I hope that dog out there isn't really loud. I know the other one is. Yeah, the tarantula always tries to come out as a, like, the bat, the camel. Okay, Scorpio, we were talking about Scorpion because of the Emperor, right? And then we have the camel. We have two very watery, one very feminine, but like a dried out camel who actually does have, even if it maybe the reserves are low, it's more the truth in knowing that you're going to make it. You're going to make it to the well. And it is very fiery. It is very much about knowing the truth, but not letting it out and continuing on your way. And because you are finding your treasure, the well, you will find your resources. Once again, your resources will come to you. You are like a teacher. You're dedicated to knowledge, to creative knowledge. Okay. Wow, Three of Wands tries to come out. I'm like, did I mean it? Did I mean for this message to be this deep? I guess the moon is in Pisces, so can we get the origin? I'm so sorry. Your power, where you stand in your power in this situation, in your environment, what surrounds you, your hopes, your fears, and then the outcome based on this reading. Okay, that's your power. Four of Pentacles is your freaking power. It's your solar plexus. It's your confidence. Again, may I assert your confidence? More so like you can generate more confidence in your posture by holding on to your time, your money, your energy, your speech. Okay, that may be what regenerates your confidence. It is a very karmic chapter, okay? We go from Three of Pentacles to Four of Pentacles. Is this just general in society where like masculinity has taken a nosedive? Okay, in your environment, right? Holy wow. I mean, talk about it. Talk about like independent, feminine, the mother of freaking wands. But like, look, you are the daughter of wands. You are learning from that feminine, divine feminine. There is like a teacher, whether they are masculine or feminine, they are asserting your divine feminine. And maybe what you discover is the imbalance, right? Where you have to limit the fire, where you have to, as Emperor, where you have to limit the over control. And maybe it's like giving in too much to people around you because you think that they assert your power and your, like, that's how you're supposed to love. You're supposed to like show up for the group more than for this, right? For yourself and for your lover, your relationship. Wow, maybe you have lost the love, right? Maybe that's what you do want. You want the love back. The Queen of Wands, it's like a very independent domestic person who wants to escape that. But it's first like what has been asserted within you through domesticity, through femininity, no matter your gender, identity, or whatever, no matter your age. Oh my God, y'all. Your hopes and fears. Do you hope that you cut back to your divine union. Your Empress is leaving. Is it Emperor Scorpio? Is it that your Empress is leaving? We do have Aries shadow aspect of Pisces. There's a release to become independent and to become not rushing. It's like thinking too much about yourself, only thinking about yourself, but not thinking about, forgetting to think about where, if you don't think clearly about how others affect your emotional well-being, that makes you fear the loss of your creativity, the loss of your creative mode. It feels stuck. The energy is stuck. Oh my gosh. I mean, wow. Venus in Libra, Venus in Taurus. Sun in Capricorn with the Four of Pentacles. Okay. We have lunar, water, feminine, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have fiery, scorpionic, Leo, and Sagittarius and Scorpio. Which is a lot about relationships. It's about learning, journeys and voyages, faith, having faith. Okay, Son of Pentacles, is this the outcome actually leaving? Like, but is it depressing to leave? Is it sad that they're leaving? And sure, it could all be very sad, right? Wow, but the point is here is like the vulnerability, the mental clarity, the mental, like, this is what we're saying. It's like, give it time for the mind to reassess and readdress and regenerate. You've given, it really is about giving the body a chance to catch up. Both the mind and the body have to catch up to this love. Y'all, is this a freaking, all of a sudden it's a freaking love reading? Son of Pentacles, Virgo, Leo, yeah. Either where you are expressing or where they're expressing, it's moving on from that. Wow. Anything else? Okay, look, Son of Cups, Pisces, Four Swords, Eight of Swords, putting down the fight, following intuition, allowing intuition to lead you out of this mental entrapment, healing the mind, to make money, okay, to make clear choices. Wow, Venus and Scorpio. And then we have a very psychic. This is someone this is someone who should be generating money, but has felt out of lack or out of sorts in lack. Maybe now their departure reminds you of what you're lacking. Is it the Empress that you're lacking, that you're losing? Healing. It reminds you to heal the mind. It triggers you to heal the mind. It triggers your psychic. It's like putting this to rest, putting the love, putting the time being here, putting it all to rest. To realize the psychic understanding, which is really what we were saying, the spiritual, honoring the spiritual understanding, that it may not even be a block, but it's like right what spirit, what the planets want you to understand before you go on to create something new, and that you are justified in your healing, that you didn't just heal the mind, the body, that you healed the freaking soul. Mind, body, soul, Holy Trinity, right? Wow, I mean, we have the Empress and the Emperor. The vision, a vision of ecstasy. Y'all, that blew my mind. Look, there's movement up ahead, the battle wagon. Maybe for you, for you, collective, put yourself where you are right. Well, it seems like a lot of Pisces and Aries folk are leaving wherever they have been, whether energetically, spiritually, or actually moving the F out. Because we have a battle wagon, they're done. That's what I was going to say. It's like, for one of you, whether it's you or them, cross-watcher situation, collective, figure out, have you been the one fighting the battles? Because this Queen of Wands is like, it was never a battle. It was regeneration. It was finding direction and will. Let me answer this, okay? I'm so sorry. I've been dealing with a lot of medical. Mostly my dentist, right? Okay. It's like the fight is over. There has been a direction declared. There has been a battle won, a battle lost. For you, collective, it could be that this was a coming to understand a level of will, a connection to God, unconditional love, and accepting that there is a like transcendent, non-mechanical being or energy that guides you the F out. Okay. Bon voyage. Onward. Inward. Onward. Upward. Okay. Pick one. It perhaps this Emperor, this Son of Pentacles, Capricornian, Sagittarian, is like very stuck and realizes their journey up ahead it needs fuel. Yours, Queen of Wands, Empress, whoever you are, wherever you fit in, you have generated enough fuel, unconditional love, or fuel, or both, that your direction, it becomes exalted. The path is like widening. Houston, it's an Autobahn lanes, Houston highway, 10 lanes. Right now it's a traffic jam, very, very Houston of y'all. Whatever, maybe you're getting a vehicle, maybe you're like me, you've been posing as a broke boy. Y'all, I love the trains and the buses. But yeah, I'm gonna soon enough I have to get back behind the wheel. Can you imagine me? It'll be like the battle wagon, okay? Okay, I'd hope not. Let me read to you Agape. Okay. It seems to me like this wasn't upright. I'm happy to have read it both ways. Devotion, unconditional love. Because there are more than just one folks here. There are many folks here. We have the village. We have the Emperor and the Empress, likely composed of like many aspects of you, and then how you are mirrored in your community, how others mirror you, etc. The lover, the lost lover, the lost Scorpion lover, the lost Son of Pentacles, guided by the light, Page of Wands, Page of Swords, very intelligent, very driven, very creative, on their way to create more after having had to stop to regenerate, refuel, reconvene with God, reconvene with the soul. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? Enough said, y'all. How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. Okay. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. I love it. Queen of Wands. Wow. That's very Queen of Wands. The Agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? When light, service, reverence, honor, and joy. When dark, spiritual bypassing and righteousness. Go deeper. Children's choirs from around the world. The Greek word agape informs the English word agape, to have mouth agape. Is to be awestruck. I was told not to open my mouth too long. My doctor told me no. Y'all, even my doctor this morning said, keep the mouth shut. Armando, keep it shut. I was like, I got this. Be awestruck by something of breathtaking delight. Wow. We are made humble once again. Oh my God, we are made humble once again. I am in service of you, collective. I honor you. Please hit like if you want to. Comment. This is a wild one. I talk mad shit about Denver. Come at me in the comments. I love you all. All the love, all the loving light. Yes, I said I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but then I said that Denver, Colorado is a psychological operation. Indeed. And I have said way too much. Thank you. At your service. I'll be right back. Ciao.